Hello and welcome back to Beyond This, the podcast where we talk all things spirituality in a grounded and useful way. Today's episode is about karma, accountability, and when justice isn't always visible. It's a conversation that keeps coming up. Whether you have been in any of my Patreon lives, my coffee mornings on social media, when are people going to pay, especially around the announcements with the Epstein list? And we're going to talk about that in a way that will help you understand it rather than give you the answers that you particularly want. I have to help you regulate your nervous system. We're also going to, as with all of my episodes, end on a meditation. And somewhere in between that, we're going to talk about predictions that I see coming in. I'm going to touch on something that I did talk about on social media and I have addressed, but what the Epstein list means globally and just some stuff around that. This week's has been really busy in the Matilda house. I have started working pretty much permanently in my studio. You can see my artwork is back up behind me. Fiona, my new PA, started and it's been phenomenal, if not hard work, because there are so many moving pieces to what I do. I am a medium. I work full time as a medium. When I say full time, it makes up a part of what I do. I have my Patreon. I have my teaching. I have my events. All of that takes a lot of work to put it together. And I've been doing a majority of it myself. I've had somebody that's helped a couple of hours a week. She's now finished up. But a majority of it I've been doing myself as well as juggling everything else. It's a lot. And having to train someone in all of that, considering there's so many different software packages, there's the booking system, there's the website, there's the Patreon, there's the recordings place, the Zoom, the reminders, all of that. It takes a lot for someone to learn. And it takes a lot for someone to teach. So I have been doing that a lot. We've had a wonderful coffee morning on the weekend. If you are a member of my Patreon, you will know that the coffee morning is once a month, and it's a great place to ask me all the questions. And that is the recording of that is up on Patreon. I'm hoping to go live on social media this week, as well as record this. I've got some new courses coming up that I'll talk about at the end. So it's been really busy. Then you add to that the global energy where people have been angsty. And one of the main questions is around accountability. So today's episode is all about that. We need to have a conversation around accountability, karma, and what happens when we don't get to see justice play out in the way we want and in the way our nervous system desperately wants it to be. There are so many survivors of the Epstein list. There are so many moving parts. And the anger is real, and so it should be. And this, it's very strange because a lot of people say, is the Epstein list going to finally bring Trump down? No, it's not. It'll be part of the problem. But what is going to make the biggest difference is the Epstein list is what is triggering a lot of people to say, no, stop him, enough. I talked about two things on social media this week, and one of those is the fact that last year I spoke very, very strongly about the fact that I had been shown that Trump did not legitimately win the 2016 election. He did not win the 2020 election, although he thinks he did, and he did not win the 2024 election. Okay? End of, bottom line. And it's not me trying to get out of a prediction that I made, because I don't give a fuck. If I was wrong, I was wrong. If what I got from my guides was wrong, was wrong. But the reality is that this man has used coercion, control, manipulation, bribery to get where he is. Threats. In many pieces, the information has come through that Kamala didn't contest the election because of threats made towards her and threats made towards the American people as a whole. There's also a side part of that where I think that she wanted people to see he has to get really, really bad for people to step in to do something, okay? But he has used the leverage of what is in the Epstein list to get what he wants and to control people for a very long time. Think Qatar gave him a $1 million plane for no reason? He wants to look good, and he's using leverage to do that. So that's one part of his downfall, that he no longer has the leverage to hold over people. But the other part of the downfall is that the American public are going, hell no, hell no. We now need to be more involved. We need to make people stand up for us. We need to be reaching out to our leaders to make them move and to step away from him. So that is all in play. But as I say, this need for karma and accountability is especially alive right now, particularly in the United States, where many people are longing to see public accountability for those who have caused real harm and systemic harm, cruelty, exploitation, and a clear abuse of power. People want to see consequences. They want exposure. They want proof that harm matters. And before I say anything else, I want to be very clear. That desire makes complete sense. You are not wrong for wanting it. When harm is widespread, when it affects lives, bodies, communities, and futures, the nervous system looks for visible balance. It wants reassurance that cruelty does not get reward and that power does not exempt people from consequences. But what I want to explore in this conversation today is this question. What is happening to us when we attach our peace, our safety, and even our happiness to seeing accountability happen quickly, publicly, and it doesn't happen that way? How do we live spiritually and emotionally when accountability is real but invisible? There is a difference between accountability and punishment. There is a crucial distinction we need to make before we go any further. Accountability is about truth. It is about responsibility, and it is about impact. Punishment, on the other hand, is about relief. Punishment can feel regulating in the short term. It gives the nervous system a sense of order being restored. But punishment isn't about healing lives. When our well-being depends on watching someone else fall, we unknowingly hand our nervous system over to outcomes we cannot control. And that keeps people stuck. They think, I can't relax until this is resolved. I can't feel safe until they are all exposed, and I can't move on while this is unfinished. But justice and peace are not the same thing. Justice is external, peace is internal. And peace that depends on punishment is always going to be fragile. Karma is not a public performance. Karma is deeply, deeply misunderstood. Karma is not revenge. It is not theatrical. Karma does not exist to soothe our anger. Karma is cause and effect across time and consciousness. Some accountability happens publicly. Some accountability happens privately. Some accountability happens quietly and relationally. And some accountability unfolds after death. Many people are still unconsciously holding religious framework of heaven and hell, reward and punishment, as if justice requires eternal torment or eternal reward. But consciousness doesn't work that way. What actually happens is far more confronting. When someone dies, they don't escape what they've done. They enter full awareness of it. They experience the emotional, relational, and energetic impact of their actions without ego, without justification, and without denial. To feel the pain you caused from inside out is not freedom, and it is not relief, and it is not something anyone avoids. Karma does not miss anyone, but it also does not perform for us. Why not seeing accountability is causing so much distress across the globe is when accountability is invisible, people just feel frustrated. They also feel unsafe. Unfinished harm dysregulates the nervous system. It creates hypervigilance, constant watching, constant waiting, and constant bracing. Happiness gets postponed. I will feel better when. I'll rest when, and I will trust again when. But while people wait for someone else's reckoning, their own life quality goes on hold. This isn't weakness. This is a nervous system trying to survive uncertainty. And the cost is high. Presence, joy, creativity, connection. Life doesn't pause for justice to arrive. It is really hard to reclaim your power when justice is invisible. When we don't get to see accountability, we have three options. We can stay activated. We can bypass and numb, or we can reclaim our agency. Reclaiming agency does not mean excusing harm. It means understanding this truth. Karma is not ours to hand out. Our responsibility is to tend to our own energy, our own boundaries, and our own lives. So ask yourself gently, what part of my peace have I outsourced? What outcome am I waiting for before I let myself live? And what is still mine to care for, regardless of what happens externally? Wanting accountability and choosing peace are not opposites. They can exist together. Before I jump in and start talking about predictions that I've seen happen and predictions that I see coming in over the next couple of months, I want to take a moment to thank all of the Patreon members, all of the people that gave me readings over the past, or gave me, I gave readings to over the past couple of weeks. There has been an outpouring of love for the work that I do, for the lessons that I teach. And it always takes me by surprise because I love what I do. I'm very, very blessed to be able to do what I do. But I want to thank you all for the kind words. I have a little bit of a project that I plan to put together where everybody sort of gives a little bit of a snippet, whether, like a 20-second, a 10-second, what you got out of either a reading, a workshop, the Patreon, whatever it is, because we're going to put together some videos. If you are interested, please reach out to Fiona at mediummatilda.com. I'll have to remind Fiona that I've asked you to do that because she'll get all these emails and go, what are you talking about? Um, but I'd like to do that. I also have some exciting news. I will also be contacting anyone that is on my mailing list that is in the United Kingdom, as I will be in the United Kingdom for the month of September 2026, offering a limited amount of one-on-one readings. So that's going to be exciting, excited or exciting, whichever way you want to look at it. I will be there. There will be around 15, maybe 20 appointments available, either in London, just outside of London, towards sort of Middlesex, and in the Midlands. Those are the three locations that I will be holding. You will travel to me and it will be one-on-one readings. But if you are interested, let us know and we will add you to the information list for when the dates are available. But it will be September before I have a couple of events that I have to do in the UK. So it will be before that and after that, but I will be over there for around a month. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, it's been interesting to watch things play out as I talked about 12 months ago. Now, a lot of people, especially on social media, are still very much holding on to you said Trump wouldn't be president. I still don't think he is. Stephen Miller is in charge. But also, I did tell you that I didn't think there would be an election. I also said just before the election, I think it was 2 days before, I got this flash of Trump calling the election way, way too early, like really early. And that's exactly what happened. At some point, it will come out. At some point, it will come out. I don't think we're far off. How that plays out, I really am unsure because I've been shown a few scenarios and I think that it will very much depend on how it comes to light as to what those scenarios are. I've also enjoyed watching JD Vance be booed in Italy. That's not made me sad in any way, shape, or form. Um, Imagine being booed in front of your children. As I said the other week, the glimpses in the future, I see how much people's children are going to hate them because they supported this cruelty. Because we are looking at something akin to what happened in Germany in 1939. And I don't think that people admitted that they had Nazis for parents or grandparents. Just saying, just saying. I do want to say that February brings a mixed bag of things happening. There is going to be an exceptional amount of gun violence in the United States. Now, I had predicted an ICE agent or an immigration agent being shot on the 24th of February. And literally, that's the same day that that gentleman got shot. That wasn't an ICE agent, but it was by an ICE agent. I am still seeing there will be gun fire towards immigration officers, and an immigration officer will be shot. I am not overly concerned about what is going on in India with the new virus that is happening there, because I don't think it's going to spread at the rate that COVID did. However, I am still feeling that there is it's not a pandemic as you would remember COVID, but it feels like the health services are under strain. People are told to stay home from work. Kids are told to stay home from school. It feels pandemic-ish without being labeled a pandemic. So I need to leave that with you. I do feel like it is February, March. A decision that is going to come from the White House is going to cause a retaliation action. And I do feel like we're going to see a false flag event in both. It could be the United Kingdom, the United States, and Australia. I wonder if Austria is a faux pas. It feels like there are false flag events. It could be consulates being hit, but I'm getting those three locations. I still believe that Keir Starmer will step down, but they've got no fucking idea who can replace him. So that's what they're working on now. And it is connected to the Epstein files. Prince Andrew will be arrested, as I predicted. I do think that he's going to make an attempt on his own life. I predicted that 18 months ago. And I think that Fergie will flee the United Kingdom. Here in Australia, we are going to see a fire that is going to take a lot of national. I do think it's in Victoria. I do think we're going to be hit again. I'm not sure when. I also am flagging Canberra as bushfires there. And I do want to say that Sydney, or close to Sydney again, later in February, early March. Floods are going to be exceptional. Flash floods in the centre of Melbourne. Flash floods in the centre of London. London town, London town, London town. Water in the subway, water in the underground. There is floods in London as we go into March. Like really bad. Stay at home. Don't leave. Don't go to London. That's what I'm being told. An earthquake in the San Francisco area could be quite large. If you are in that area, please don't message me and say when, because I don't know. Just know that you are in an earthquake area and prepare. And a strange announcement from a water park or an aquarium, like a really strange, makes international news, strange announcements from a water park or aquarium. And middle of the night shock coming out of the White House. Could be a sacking, could be something where someone is elevated. All right, that's about it from what I see coming in. We're going to do our Patreon shout-outs next. If you don't know about Patreon, where the hell have you been? I have a number of tiers in Patreon. It starts from $5 a month, where you get a newsletter, early access to all of my bookings, readings, workshops, discounts for $5 a month. It moves up from there cauldron stirrers and get access to my coffee morning every month. The Matildas, the Magnificent Manifestors. We have a WhatsApp group going. We have 28-day challenges every single month to concentrate on a different area of manifesting. And our wonderful connected tier, which is all about connecting with your guides, learning and leaning into your intuition. There are exercises, there are workbooks, there is an open circle once a month. Please be gentle with me. People are joining that and going, "Where's all the workbooks?" It's 2 months old. There's 2 workbooks in there. There is one of me. It is a tier that is gentle, but you do have access to every circle that has been run. So know that we have my Embody mentorship. It's not part of Patreon, but there is a big discount for it. We have our monthly joint mentorship group, either if you choose to do the group mentorship or the one-on-one mentorship. It helps navigate all those difficult questions in your life. It's about self-concept, rewriting your story, setting boundaries, energetic protection. All of that is really, really important. So our Patreon shout outs. And don't forget, Patreon is 100% the sponsor of Beyond This. Musy has joined. Ali, Jenny Woodward, Ali Yoop, 567. Tay Tay has joined. Margaret Murray has joined. And Diane has joined. Thank you, guys. You guys rock. It is amazing to have you on board. Please make sure that you check out all of the collections and where they are. And as well as that, the calendar every month is pinned to tell you what's going on. Now, if you don't know, and I haven't told you, next Monday I am having a surgery. It is not serious, but I'm going to be out for a week. Okay, I've got to recover. It's a kidney surgery, so apparently I have to rest afterwards. But on the 15th of February, which is before I go in for surgery, there is an intimate mediumship event for up to 15 people. That is available to book. Everyone is guaranteed a mini reading. Come and join us. Discounts are in the Patreon. The Magnificent Manifestors Live will be on the 24th of February. That's where you get to ask me your manifesting questions, your spiritual questions, and your current affair questions. We have on the 27th, the Patreon only podcast. The Connected Circle is on the 28th, and the newsletter comes out on the 28th. It's a busy, busy month, even though I'm taking a week off. So keep an eye out for that. I am also, and this isn't part of Patreon, but Patreons get a lovely discount. If you are a member of Connected, you get to do it for free. My flagship course that I run called Are You Listening? Helping you connect with your guides, helping you lean into your intuition, helping you get those messages that you need. That I will add into my show notes. But that is there's a 50% discount to Patreon members, and Connected members get it for free. But if you want to pay full price, you go right ahead. Okay. We'll do our meditation next. Now let's end today's episode on a guided meditation to help you protect your energy. If it feels safe to do so, gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and release it through your mouth. And again, inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the weight of your body being held by the surface beneath you. bring your awareness to your chest. Notice any tightness, heaviness, or vigilance. You do not need to fix it. Just notice it. Now imagine a field of light forming around your body. Not rigid, not defensive, intelligent. This field knows what belongs to you and what does not. Each breath will allow outrage, obsession, and the need to witness punishment to remain outside of this field. Silently say, I release what is not mine to manage. Feel your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, and your breath deepen. Now imagine placing all unfinished stories, unresolved accountability, unanswered questions into the hands of something much larger than you. Not with resignation, but with trust. Let the light around you gently seal, not as a wall, but as clarity. Take one final deep breath and slowly return. You don't need to see accountability for it to exist. Karma does not require your supervision, and your life does not need to wait for someone else's reckoning. Justice matters. It really does. And your peace matters too. You are allowed to live even while the world remains unfinished. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Beyond This. Please remember to interact with this podcast. It does help me reach more people. Your likes, your comments, you adding a follow to the podcast helps me reach more people and helps me help more people. Until next time, this has been Beyond This.